let's see. Missions, nations, Windurst, the last one, Doll of the Dead. The Oratory Minister has awoken, and the Bearer of Darkness once again terrorizes Heaven's Tower. At the request of the monastery, you are to speak with a person imprisoned within Boyata Tree and discover the truth behind the Doll of the Dead. That was yesterday's mission. Now, to complete the task at the Full Moon Fountain, we have to start this last mission. The moon reading. Your mission today is from Heaven's Tower. I have the mission statement with your name on it right Daru here. The Yagudo have sent Daru a proposal demanding revision of the peace treaty. You should make your way to Heaven's Tower immediately, Daru. Did I pick the right one? Yeah. When did the Yagudo come back into this? Alright. That doesn't have the Star Sybyl's emblem on it. Did she just start to forget, I wonder? Yeah. That's weird. I wonder if that's actually supposed to be like a secret way to keep you go without telling anybody what's up. Is that thing with the Yakuza just keep it down there? I'm gonna be doing a lot of dialogue here, so hopefully my coffee is enough fluid to keep my throat not parched. Can I go get more coffee? I need to do some things tonight. I need to stay awake. Thassa Kotassa. That's a nice name. Hamel. Alright. I can't get the Star Sybyl's signature for orders that are issued from Heaven's Tower. Extremely important documents need to be processed. Please help the Star Sibyl. All these people have unique dialogue? No, that's normal. Maybe Tayaya does. Nope. That's okay. Let's go. Yeah, screw that up. There we go. Oh yeah, I talked. These are all the Shrine Maidens. Nabibi. With the Star Sibyl cloistered in your chambers, Heaven Tower has totally lost its light. Cheery, weary atmosphere. But we ladies in waiting must start to go on being our usual perky-worky selves. I can't let my bet-making standards drop just because times are tough. Zubaba, the head lady in waiting, I think. You understand, don't you, Metasmith? The only people aware of the situation are myself, the Sibyl Guards, and Ajido Marujido. Are myself? Is my mic peaking too much when I do this? Like, my normal talking is here, but I want it to be like... Yeah, let's do it this way. The only people aware of this situation are myself, the Sibyl Guards, Ajido Marujido, his sister Apururu, and you. The future of Windurst is in your hands. You must liberataru the Star Sibyl by any means possible. Chihuahua. I heard lots of those feral Cardians were on the move across Saruta Baruta. I wonder if their creator Zampa Zippa could have tamed them had he been here. I heard that lots of Cardians went down to the lower levels of the Hortoto Ruin Central Tower. Isn't the reason Minister Ajito Marujito was sent to the dark dungeon down there? The dark dungeon? Dork dungeon. Ajito Marujito was sent to the dork dungeon, guys. These days, Star Sibyl guard Samila Fina is always rushing around. Upipi and Lady Zubaba seem buried in their duties as well. This all started when the Star Sibyl took ill, and it's been that way ever since. Do you really think the Yaguru are, like, serious about keeping up the whole peace treaty thing? I was born after the Great War, so I don't doubt or know anything about battle and stuff like that, but I think it must be, like, totally difficult to forget all the death and suffering caused by the war. I forgot that Ayashushu is, like, Valley Girl, Taru. The Mithran chieftainess was here at Heaven's Tower just a little while ago. Samila Fina explained to her that the Star Sibyl wasn't taking visitors at the Momotaru. Those two Mithra don't look anything alike, but there's something similar about their auras. The chieftainess and Samila Fina both carry the scent of the wilds with them. Ikucheche? The strenuous, striving civil guards seem terribly tired. They don't seem to have a moment to relax. I prepared some snacks to refresh their lagging, lackluster spirits, but the Mithra probably aren't fond of sweets. Boy Coco. A letter has arrived from the Yaguro. Civil Guard Samila Fina's face has been all stormy-warmy since she read it. And I haven't had a glimpse of the Star Sibyl since that Bearer of Darkness affair. All this doom and gloom is making me sick with worry. Nayutata. It's almost time for Star Sibyl's star reading, but I can't see it hippy-hoppy happening this time. And now the Aguro send us this demand to kooky-kaki kick us while we're down? Why do bad things always seem to come in deluges like this? Da-da-da. We've got the Bearer of Darkness, the Cardians, and the Yaguro. Windurst sure does seem to have a lot of enemies, despite our continued efforts at peace. Is this some sort of test, I wonder? The citizens of Windurst must give their full support. The burden is too great for the Star Sibyl to carry alone. When the Bearer of Darkness appeared, all Hiruru did was tell the other ladies-in-waiting to calm down without giving any useful direction. Hiruru can't bear to face Zubaba after taking her tutelage in this area. Hiruru should have been the one to calm down first. I don't know if I talked to Kimono. Hey, I heard that. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Suryadya. Heaven's Tower has returned to its peaceful state as if nothing had ever happened. Everyone carries unease in their hearts, though. With the absence of the Star Sibyl, a gloomy, gloomy pall has fallen over us. There we go. I forgot I didn't do that in the last stream. It's been bugging me. Ooh, baby. Looks like the Yagudo are just itching to pick a fight with us. But the Star Sibyl would be the Star Sibyl. Why did she ever agree to sign such a problematic treaty? Why did the Yagudo have to stick their beaks in at a time like this? Without the Star Sibyl here, we can't send an apology or even a declaration of war if it comes to that. At times like this, the Star Sibyl's stamina and spirit are being put to the test. We must rescue her from those puppets as soon as possible. But Samin Lafina has yet to give her the order. I suppose just rushing in might make things worse. I've talked too much to the mic. I don't know. Uku Koromoa. Samila Fina awaits you in the Star Sibyl's chambers. Samila Fina awaits you in the vestal chamber. Okay. Oh, wrong song. Eda Smith. You've received the mission briefing. The situation has become volatile. The Yakudo are screaming that Windurst has broken one of the clauses of the peace treaty. There is a passage in the treaty that states the central magic tower in West Saruta Baruta shall not be reactivated without prior agreement with both parties. Apparently it did not escape the beady eyes of the Yakudo when Ajido Marujido awoke the tower using the mana orbs. Now they're demanding we give them control of the Horutoto ruins to make amends for our break in faith. It's obvious those feathered devils want to establish a base right under Windurst's nose. But it'll be a cold day in Kazan before I ever let something like that happen. In any event, the rescue of the Star Sibyl comes first and foremost. Let us go and meet with Ajido Marujido. Samina Apururu. If you're here, then you must have. Yes, I heard from my brother of the fate that has befallen the Star Sibyl. The monastery is responsible for all of this. I must apologize to you, Samila Fina, to the Star Sibyl, to everyone. Raise your head, Apururu. This is not your fault. I was the one who took the Star Sibyl down to the Full Moon Fountain while unknown terrors stalked the shadows. I accept full responsibility. Samila Fina. That terror is not unknown to us. The Bearer of Darkness is most likely the resurrected Karaha Baruha. What are you saying? The research left here was extremely thorough. A perfecto theory that surpassed all other systems of magic to stand at the pinnacle of achievement. Karaha Baruha succeeded in his complete summoning and dominated the will of the great beast Fenrir. However, the spirit was too vast for any one person's body to contain, the energy too intense. Fenrir was dragged into the abyss of death along with Karaha Baruha. And now the deceased have returned. The Bearer of Darkness is an incarnation that contains the spirit of both Karaha Baruha and the Great Beast. Shared existence. And that is why Joker has taken control of the Full Moon Fountain. But why hold the Star Sibyl captive? For revenge? If, as you say, part of the Bearer of Darkness is the Great Beast, it must blame the Star Sibyl for its death. Was it hate for the Star Sibyl what brought it to Heaven's Tower? Of that, we can't totally be certain. When Joker's wish was fulfilled and the Bearer of Darkness returns to the Full Moon Fountain, there is no telling what will happen. However, to keep the Star Sibyl from harm, we must start to do as the Joker requests. But how? There is no way we can force the Bearer of Darkness to return to the fountain. It comes and goes in the blink of an eye, and our attacks are completely ineffective against it. I think my mic is slightly too high for this. So if I do this and then turn this down, like right around there, I think this is good for, I think this is better. I'm adjusting the input boost from OBS, trying to balance it with the actual sound box, what is this called? Amplifier. But I want my normal voice to be like... I want my normal voice to peak around... Yeah, I guess I want my normal voice to peak around -20. So if this is my normal speaking voice, then I want it to be like up here. I want it to be like here, so it peaks around -20. And then when I'm doing the voice and I'm really blah 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 blah, I'm gonna peak way higher, but that's fine. Okay. There's no way we can force the Bearer of Darkness, so that's too high. There's no way we can force the Bearer of Darkness. Okay. There's no way we can force the Bearer of Darkness to return to the Full Moon Fountain. It comes and goes as it please, and the blink of an eye, and our attacks completely ineffective against it. Leave that to me. There is one method of luring the part that is Fenrir back to the Full Moon Fountain. This method entails using the Song of the Ancient Kululu that is mentioned in the Book of the Gods. The Kululu apparently forged a pact with the Avatars. The 3 verses of the song are kept in 3 separate ruins. Metasmith, we need you to travel to Romev, the Chamber of Oracles, and the Temple of Ugalape to collect those verses. I don't know what form the verses will take, I don't know what form they will take, but they should at least be recognizable as a legacy left for the succeeding generations. Zamilafina, go to Chieftains Perivishai and explain the situation. If something should happen to the Star Sibyl, the Taru Taru will complete If something should happen to the Star Sibyl, the Taru Taru will complete Taruli. Wow. If something should happen to the Star Sibyl, the Taru Taru will completely lose their marbles, not to mention their will to fight. And you can bet that Yagudo will choose that exact Daru moment to attack. Windurst will be annihilated before you can spit out Daru deranged, drooling damels. The Mithra must be ready to take the front line in such a battle. Your strength and prowess will be sorely needed, Semi-Lavina. Understand. I will confer with Chieftainess Perevashai and prepare for the Yagudo attack. But do your utmost to make sure that such an attack doesn't happen, Minister Ajito Marujito. And last Staruli, Apururu, we were talking about the possibility of disabling the Guardians. Can it really be done? Yes, I believe it can. If the mana orbs within the Guardians are struck with a strong enough blasty wast of the stars and the moon, their motive systems will be disrupted. This disruption will only last a short while, but during that time they will be completely doozy-woozy and unable to act. A sliver wither of time in which to rescue the Star Sibyl. But where do we find such a source of power, and will you be capable of wielding it? Don't worry about me, dear brother. I learned a few new things while you were a lost daughter to us. Taught a few black arts by a certain Taru Taru, more like it. Taught a few black arts by a certain Taru Taru is more like it. Nothing like that, right, Taru? I must be going. Don't go hurting yourself, Apururu. Does he pick up the book that was, like, scaring us earlier? Something just doesn't make sense. How could a genius like you not realize the art of complete summoning would rob you of your life? But if... But if you had foreseen that outcome, what if you predicted this entire scenario? That's a good question. Okay. I need... What? Yes. Alright, here we go. I'm glad you don't have to wait for midnight for this one. A haunting song suddenly echoes throughout the ruins. Ancient verse of Romave. Oh sweet, I haven't banned anybody in a while. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, it's like just walk into the zone will trigger this cutscene. Song suddenly goes throughout the ruins. That tune. Moss item. There we go. Sweet. Okay, we're good. You have to get a moss item for the Boyota tree, and then you have to get this key. And it's like a rare drop. But like... there's no... It's Final Fantasy 11 rare drops are actually not common. I think a lot of games did much better when they started having, like, you have an item that's only used for a quest, then the drop will appear if the quest is active, and then if the quest is active, it's a, like, 50 or 100% chance of dropping it. Like, I like that system. That system makes sense. On my main character, it's all +2. This character, though, I never bothered getting all the +2. And then this is the character I got the spear from the free weapon thing. So this is that spear. But no, I haven't bothered doing a lot of anything in this character other than the main story. Something lies under the rubble. A haunting song suddenly echoes throughout the ruins. Yeah, if you don't mind me just kind of piggybacking off your Ambu, that'd be fun. Having full gear for this character and then maybe the spear. What's the Ambu was Gygas's and something else, I think. I don't know which one's which for the ambuscade though. If my black mage was geared, I'd come in and just sleep god for you if it works. But anyways. That's my main character is relatively well geared, more or less. for like getting into the next step of gear. This character just doesn't have anything. Does AoE weapon skills get rid of the auras? I'll have to look into it. But once I finish with Windurst, I need to switch to Thandoria, I think, tonight, and then go get some spells. Yeah. There's a few spells for Red Mage up to level 50 that I haven't gotten on this character just because you have to be in the right rank, in the right nation in order to buy them. And they haven't been on the market. Like Stone Skin, you have to be rank 1. Which is really annoying, because Stone Skin is the main reason you need sub Red Mage, I think, for this kind of content. There we go here. And a smith. You made it back in time. Metasmith is no ordinary adventurer, Semi-Lafina. So it would seem. Yes, Sandoria is in first right now. We've been waiting for you. Actually, we were We've been waiting for you. Actually, we were slightly worried you wouldn't be able to gather all the verses before the show started. While you've been out hop-bopping all over the place, we've had a message from the king of the Yagudo announcing the imminent abolishment of the peace treaty. You realize what this means, don't you? Abolishing the peace treaty is akin to a declaration of war. If we don't send a supply surrendering control of the Horototo ruins within the period stated, we can consider ourselves at war with the Yagudo. Very little time remains to us. And a Joker's lifespan as well, I should imagine. What do you mean by that? A doll only lives a certain amount of time corresponding to the amount of magic its creator poured into it during creation. I asked the children at the port about the date of Joker's resurrection. I did some calculations. And from what the results tell me, it would seem that Joker's clock will soon tick its last talk. Joker is probably also well aware of his predicamentaru. Just a moment, Ajiro Marujito. What does the time remaining to Joker have to do with the deadline given to us by the Yagudo? The Guardians and the Yagudo have some kind of deal going on. You really should have noticed it by now. Think about the Incendentario where the talisman was stolen from the Chamber of Light. That room can only be opened by myself, a Guardian, or a representative of Heaven's Tower. To top it off, this treaty business comes at the worst Staru possible time for us. Either they know the Star Sibyl is missing, or that Windurst is particularly vulnerable right now. Are you saying that the Star Sibyl has fallen into the Yagudo's talents? No. Think about it. If that was the case, they wouldn't already have given us a deadline. The Yagudo are simply waiting for Joker to expire. This is just utter speculation on my part, but I would say the relations between the Yagudo and the Cardians went decidedly downhill after Joker took up the Cardian crown. But wait, that doesn't make any sense. Does this mean Joker is a friend or foe? Good or evil? It's entirely possible that he is neither friend nor foe. Apparently at night, and fading with the day, just started like the will of the great beast. Ajito Marujito, it's ready at last, Daru. We didn't have time to test it, but I had the help of 3 professors. It should work perfectly. With 3 professors helping you, there's little chance of it not working. It's the chance that they were a little overenthusiastic that worries me. Well, we've done everything we can. There's little point, Daru, in sitting around imagining what's going to happen. Only time will tell. The moment has come. To the full moon fountain! Oh, I have way 2 minutes to be lazy. No, I need to switch to Sandoria. I need to get a few of the spells that are only available to who's in first and what's on second. I don't know who's on third. And then once that's done, I need to go back and figure out what I did for mission 2 in Windurst. I think when guides describe this mission at level 119, they call it, I think, quote, trivial. So it shouldn't be an issue. But I'll probably pop a healer and a tank just in case. Actually, it would be really fun to just have Shantoto, Uran, Apururu, just a whole team of Taru. This is the other reason I've been nervous about doing Ambuscade lately. The server response time for me has been atrocious. And I don't know what's going on exactly. Actually, you know what? There we go. Because that took like a full 2 minutes to load the battlefield. The current record is held by Haru. It's hilarious. I'm not gonna beat that time, folks. I am gonna beat Star Sibyl. Star Sibyl. There we go. Joker! We have brought Taru together, the verses that bind the great beast and the ancient people. With this song, the Bearer of Darkness will be drawn here from any distance. We have granddaughtered your wish. Now return us the Star Sibyl. The ancient people, you speak of the Kulu. Very well. You may approach. Let us have Metasmith play the song. Metasmith, the rest is up to you. No matter what happens, you must protect the Star Sibyl. Metasmith, our guiding star, you have braved much to reach this point. You have navigated a galaxy of stars to bring light to the land of hope. It was the wish of the Star Sibyl that began this epic tale, but it is you who must realize the truth. It is your will that led us to this moment. Your brilliant incandescence will show us the way. Call the stars and the moon to this place once more. Cut the song off. This isn't the right song. I've been chipped. You have come. We who have been divided will become whole once more. This is summoning magic. Yeah. I don't know what that sound is. Star Sibyl. Oh, that's funny. Shantoto. It's just hilarious to me. Oh, the Star Sibyl's gonna be in the play with the Star Sibyl. Oh, that makes me happy. Why is the music shutting off? I need to figure this out sometime. No. Right. Yeah, I need to go through and figure out what's going on with the combat music. Windurst might be running something that blocks it. Enough. You will cease this. Be still, my children. Alright, part 2. Cat's alert. Star Driver. There we go. Here we go. Metasmith. We've done it. He's been weakened enough. Damn it, daughter, the Guardians are waking up. You have nothing to fear. My divided self no longer has the power to control them. I leave the rest in your hands, Star Sibyl. When we have all joined as one, I will have a new promise from you. A new wish. A wish made to the stars and the moon that illumine the heavens. I understand, great beast. What is going on? Spirits of the Guardians. They're merging together? Star Sibyl. Joker. He's the light. The star of hope will be born from that radiance. Stars and the moon, heed my wish. Bless this land with the protection of thunder. The people of Venadia. They are the force that will shape the future. I don't know if that's a Star Sibyl or if that's Fenrir talking. Anyways. So... Okay. have to talk to everybody upstairs, all the handmaidens, one more time. Door. We're almost done. Actually makes me really happy to finish this storyline. There hasn't been a rank 10 adventurer around here for decades. I can't even find a proper forms that deal with someone of that status. Nobody reaches rank 10 these days. Aww. Beds and sweeping the floors. Oh, what a lovely day. Things have finally returned to normal in Heaven's Tower. Lady Zubaba is back to her usual naggy-waggy self, which is the best star indication that all is well in Windurst. The Smith. The Star Sibyl has returned to us safely. The future of Windurst has been secured. You have my deepest gratitude. Even a strong, independent adventurer like yourself must have realized the Star Sibyl is the wellspring of courage and spirit for all the citizens of Windurst. You have done more than simply save the Star Sibyl. You have rescued the heart and soul of the people. Kiwawa. Is it true that the Star Sibyl defeated Daru, the Bearer of Darkness? You were there when it happened, right, Daru? I wish I could have been there to see the glorious warrior spectacle of our courageous Star Sibyl. Herudu heard that the Diesel Star has been worn by generations of Star Sibyls. But even with the loss of the Diesel Star's power, the light still shines warmly down upon Windurst. The Star Sibyl enfolds us all in her heavenly splendor. Shushu. Senilafina left to deliver Windurst's reply to the Yagudo, but she was, like, totally armed for battle. I guess the Yagudo aren't going to like what the letter has to say. If the Yagudo get all niffed and stuff, what's gonna happen? Kinda stresses me out, you know? Oh, that's Valley Girl. I did that wrong. It's Star Sibyl's pain is our pain. We share the pain between us so we don't overtax our Taru-sized frames. I don't know how... What does proclaims mean? The Star Sibyl's joy is our joy, and because of our Tartaru-sized frames, even the smallest joy is still enough to share. Declare. That's weird. Okay. Shoot out. It's like someone wrote notes on how to say it or how to write out the script, and then they forgot to take out the notes. A little while ago, the Mithrin chieftainess came to speak with the Star Sibyl of an important matter. Please don't daughter be alarmed. The chieftainess left Heaven's Tower with the most serene expression on her face. It seems their audience concluded on a satisfactory note. Oh, misadventure. Is it true that the magical power that has returned to Harudoto ruins? Of course it is still forbidden to enter the ruins, so nobody really knows. But the mages say that they can sense the energy. Ikucheche. The civil guards seem to have sustained injuries during their sporadic scuffles with the Guardians. The wounds were most undoubtedly cuts and bruises, but injuries are injuries. They should be taking it easy for a while. Boy Coco. I once heard that even a tiny whiny prayer, if enough people believe in it, will grow into a great wish with enough strength to reach the stars. I wonder if our simple prayer was enough. For the Star Sibyl's sake, we will keep on wishing and believing. Nayutata. Now that I think about it, the Pharaoh Cardians may have simply been scoury searching for a place to live. It's said that Cardians have no heart, but if that were true, why would they have racy run away in the first place? I hippy-hoppy hope they can find happiness in this time of peace. Da-ta-da! The civil guards were saying that we have no more to fear from the Guardians or the Bearer of Darkness. According to them, the Bearer of Darkness was clobber-wobbered by you, the Star Sibyl, and the Oristary Minister. And Minister Apurudu of the Monastery has the job of rounding up the remaining Pharaoh Guardians. That really puts my mind at easy ease. Suryaria. Now that the Star Sibyl is back with us, the ladies in waiting can truly smile again. With the trying events she has been through lately, I don't doubt or think the Star Sibyl is taking visitors, but for you, she might make a tiny exception. So the Bearer of Darkness was really a manifestation of both Karaha Baruha and the great beast Fenrir. The resurrection of Karaha Baruha led to the revival of the great beast, people coming back from the dead against the natural order of things. I'm not surprised that it led to these terrible events. How the Yakudo have become so fixated on the magic of the towers of Saruta Baruta. It must have something to do with the massive destruction wrought upon them by the summoning 20 years ago. The Yakudo have lived in this region for far longer than the Mithra. They probably have as much knowledge about the towers as the Takitaru. Ceremony performed. The ceremony performed by the Star Sibyl at the full moon fountain is known as the Moon. The moon used the power of the stars and the moon used the power of the stars and the moon to grant one tremendous wish. It is this power that has allowed the cheerful Taru to exist in this land for as long as they have. By killing the great beast, Karaha Baru has saved Windurst from its fate of destruction. Even among the Daru, there are those whose blood sings with passion and courage. Even we Mithra hold his name in high esteem. The chieftainess Visha have been holding talks on what to do concerning the Yagudo. Things probably won't change for a while yet. A protracted battle is the same as defeat. First, we need to increase our military strength. There we go. Smith. The Star Sibyl is resting. The ceremony at the full moon fountain has drained her. It will probably be some time until she recovers. Along with Joker, all the Guardians that were in that place have returned to nothing more than ordinary puppets. Along with Joker, all the Guardians that were in that place have returned to nothing more than ordinary puppets. The power of the stars and the moon that was stored in their mana orbs, the small amount of the same energy that left in the fountain, and the magic of the Star Sibyl's Star. All of it was consumed to revive the great beast, Fenrir. That is the moon reading, the power to grant Daru wishes. It may take some time until Fenrir is back into his legendary strength, however. Windurst has regained the protection of the stars and the moon. Our fair land will once again be visited by serene, twinkling evenings and peaceful dreams. Agito Maragito, Metasmith. Samilafina, you're back! I bet those Yagudo were screeching for blood! Yes, that is why I went to slap them across their collective beaks with their revisions. Now that the great beast is back, they won't be trying to get their filthy talons on the Horodoto ruins. They're a careful bunch, that's for sure. Now that the Ace Guardians are gone, we can assume they'll hold back on abolishing the peace treaty as well. But you know they won't Daru give up on the ruins that easily. That is true. But we no longer have any reason to cower from them. The Star Sibyl has been freed. Isn't that right, Agito Maragito? She has found us a new guiding star. It's strange, but I feel that I've been freed as well. Freed from that spell Karaha Baruha had over me. It's almost Daru as if I was having my strings pulled by the research left by the great genius. My theory is that he had predicted Daru, the talented mage like myself, would come to prominence after his death. You flatter yourself, dear brother. Karaha Baruha was more likely aware that a naive, shorty-tempered wizard like you would come along eventually. What's with you, Apururu? You've got a smart Daru mouth on you today. Things never would have gotten this bad if you had wishy-washy slowpokes. No, things would have never gotten this bad if you wishy-washy slowpokes at the monastery had done something about the rogue Guardians earlier. Keep talking to me like that, and you'll never get your Oristary ring back. Finally. Without that ring, I can't Taru get into the minister's chambers. Not being able to get into my own room is going to do wonders for my reputation as a formidable spell slinger. Not being able to get into my own room is going to do wonders for my reputation as a formidable spell slinger. What? Metasmith, what was it that Joker said to you? It was your will that led us to this moment. It was your resolution that brought a new beginning for the Windurst that had lost its future. It was your resolution that brought a new beginning for It was your resolution that brought a new beginning for a Windurst that had lost its future. Where will your determination take you next, I wonder? Your actions could affect us here in Windurst and those across the breadth of Vanadia. What do you want to accomplish? There's no need to answer that. The time will come when your determination will bring you the answers you need. If you need any work, come over to the Orrery. We have the budget daughter to employ one or two for experimental purposes. There are a few spells I learned from the Book of the Gods that I've been dying to try. I guarantee it'll be a fascinating daughter experience. And you could lend us a hand to bring in all the Roki-Wogi Cardians still wandering around the Harutoto ruins. See you soon, adventurer. It's time I should be going as well. Don't forget, Daru, to visit the Star Sibyl before you leave. Before taking her rest, she mentioned she wanted to talk with you. Well, Metasmith, until the day we once again fight side by side. Until the day we once again fight side by side, may the fire in your eyes never fade. Last one. Oh. Smith. I am glad to see you are well. We have not spoken since the events at the fountain, and I have been concerned for you. The words of the great beast found their way into your heart as well, I am sure. Fenrir has promised a new beginning for Windurst. But it is only a beginning. With the loss of the Diza Star's power, I can no longer perform the moon or star readings. I can no longer foresee what fate awaits our dear Windurst. The star that was there to guide me is no more. But do not worry for me, Metasmith. I will strive onwards. Thanks to you, I have found the path that I must take. I am governed by the citizens of Windurst. My role lies in finding a way that provides for their happiness. Metasmith, you too are a citizen of Windurst, and one of the brightest stars that lights my way. Let us walk that path together, away from all that has ended and towards everything that has begun. We will lead Windurst onward to a new future. That's it. Maybe. Possibly. Federation of Windurst, an ancient capital nurtured by the boughs of a great tree, blessed by the magical waters and protected by the moon and the stars. There is a legend in this country. In a time forgotten, the people forced to wander by starvation and cold were led to this land by Windurst's star. When the star returned to the heavens, it sent to the earth a spiritual medium, this first Star Sibyl, who could hear its voice. She promised Windurst something or another. You come back and read that. Where's the text in here? An age passed, and the time of the destruction drew near. The moon fell into shadow, and the stars grew silent. The people lost their way. That's too quick. Those who found the light again were those who knew themselves, those who knew courage, those who knew justice, those who knew truth. And then there came the one whose determination could create a new future, that radiance would be as a beacon for all that lay ahead. Once again, a star of hope has been born to this earth. A new tale will begin here, woven by the myriad stars of this universe. Nice. Windurstian flag, 100,000 gil. Alright, it is midnight. That took longer